Hey everyone, I wanted to talk about what marriage to Christ looks like, because how God's design is, you can see it on the earth. How He designed marriage is kind of like how you connect with God. And people who don't have a healthy family, relationship, how God designed a family to be, can't exactly see what marriage looks like if they're a single mom or if their parent didn't treat them a certain type of way. But if you pursue God, you can see that there are these themes of marriage, like being committed. Like if you're being fully committed to God, you're obeying God, you're submitting your plans to God, you're doing things that are really challenging for you, like sacrificing, because sacrifice is love, and sometimes obedience is sacrifice. It's really mimicking a relationship of marriage. And that's why they say that, being in a relationship with God is like marriage, because once you decide to commit yourself to God, there's really no turning back. You get your blessings once you're committed to God, but once you turn back, you get cursed. And I believe this is very similar to a marriage. If you commit your whole heart to a person that God has given to you, even if they're imperfect, then you'll be blessed, because God calls you to keep forgiving a person that's hurt you, your spouse, and then God will reward you. But a lot of the times people don't believe in this because, we're all in our emotions and our thoughts and our flesh. But actually, if we overcome those thoughts and emotions and we just act, because faith requires action, it shows us how we know God is love, which is sacrificing our own ego to care about that person. And it's the same with God. We're sacrificing our own ego, our own flesh to serve God. That's why God wants us to do things like serving and being generous and all the things that don't make sense to the world. Like, why would I give money when I have no money? Why would I serve someone that is hurting me? Doesn't make sense. At some point it doesn't make sense, like, if they're really violently hurting you. But if they're hurting you in a way that afterwards they ask you for forgiveness, then that's a healthy person, because they're changing their heart for hurting you, and they're telling you the truth for maybe if they hid something from you and they're feeling remorse or repentant, then it's healthy to accept them back. But God's always going to be perfect, so you probably won't have to do that with God. You won't have to forgive God. Sometimes I feel like I do have to forgive God for the things that He hurts me, but it's actually trusting Him in those things, because He does hurt us for a process. He doesn't want to hurt us. But I just wanted to share that marriage, when you're ready for marriage, you can kind of see these themes, that you understand what sacrifice really means. You could see all the themes that God is training you to be married, like submitting to Him, so you could be submitted to your husband, taking care of your husband, even though, he's not really always there for you, but, He's limited too. And that's why God is the one that helps you overcome those limits, because you can't really rely on everything on your husband. You can't put all of the pressure on that person, because you know that he's limited or she's limited. But you can ask God to help you through the process, because you're both married to God. So you both have to sacrifice. And I think that's how you'll know that you're in your marriage season, or how you'll know that you'll be ready for marriage. Because that's how I started understanding marriage. I didn't understand marriage at all. I was very confused. So be committed to God first, So then everything else will flow. He'll give you everything you need. Your husband, your finances will flourish, your talents, commit to him your talents so that he can prosper you. Once he gives you a little bit, he'll multiply those things. He'll be able to give you what he sees you can trust based on your obedience. And you'll be married to him, and everything will flow from there.